Hello, 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 the lovely viewers. A very good morning to you. And you're live, we're live here on TAC TV, the official TV channel of the Apostolic Church Ghana. Of course, we're coming to you live from our studios here in Adenta, Frafraha, Accra. Of course, thank you so much for joining us as we're belting the globe with the gospel. And welcome to the Morning Express. This is a show, not your regular morning show, but this is a morning show that we promise to give you an edifying experience. And as to make sure that we do that, we have a very beautiful package for you, which includes a wisdom nugget. This is where we give you points and statements that helps to motivate and encourage you in your daily life. Then we move on. In case you don't know what's going on in Ghana, we go into the newspapers to see what the newspapers are saying as headlines. And also from there to make sure that you relax and enjoy the rest of our programs. We give you some music and fine arts, followed by, of course, Apostolic Insight, the segment that tells you more about the church that owns this TV channel. Make sure you don't miss that. From there, we move on also to the main discussion. And for today, we are going to be talking about why you need a relationship in your life, why relationships are needed in every area of our lives. Moving on from that, of course, to Tag Biz, where we help you with your finances, your business, and your career to make sure or help you do well in those areas. And of course, in case you're living under the rock, I don't know what's going on. Trends and vibes will come to you, feeding you with what is trending in Ghana and what not. And so this is the package we're serving you this morning on the Morning Express Show. Thank you again, once again, for joining us this morning. Hosting the show is myself, yours truly, Jasmine Ayung, and I'm doing this with Miss Dorcas Sampson. Dorcas, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. And you?
Oh, by God's grace. Everybody,
We have clear skies. It was a bit cloudy though, but after Medina, but you could see the clouds in the mountains. In the course of the day is going to get cloudy or not, but whichever way, let us be cautious when we are going out. We have smartphones available at our disposal. Let's check the weather. Google Weather will give you something a bit more accurate. But you know they are studying the weather and they know and they can give us almost accurate to what's going to happen. So let's make sure to check the weather. Take your umbrella, raincoats, rain boots. Be prepared before you go out. Now, it's Sunday bar. You are well covered up here.
Right. Thank you for letting us know. So this morning, if you've eaten Dorcas's food before, or a dog. So I'm wondering what she's serving us this morning on a hot tray. So Dorcas, what are you serving us this morning?
So if you know the song, if you went to Sunday school, it goes like this: trust in the Lord with all your heart. Just sing with me. And lean on thine own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct and he shall direct your path. So that's coming from the book.
So tell us.
It's coming from the book of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on thine own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. I take it again. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. It's coming from the book of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. You're just tuning in. This is the Wisdom Nuggets here on Modern Express, and you're reading our Wisdom Nugget this morning from the book of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on thine own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. This morning's message is telling us that as we acknowledge God in every area of our lives, he knows he knows that we lean on him. We are going to God alone. So what the ring in our Mississippi, he knows that he's the only one that you want to come to for wisdom. He's the only one that you want to come to for guidance. And see, he knows that maybe onim so hear me into a no idea here. So trusting in God and not trusting in man is the best thing that you could ever do for yourself. Or say, so what do we ring in our or remember what quine at nitty. So who nimpa nyansa kakra. And Sunyakopon or the Yansen in never reacting Yabama, so what do we read a shenimwa. So trust in God and trust in God and on my brother, my sister, wherever you are. So be been a wolf femuna say unko ya brabon dear for we read a shenyakopomu. And the book of Psalms says, I will look up onto the hills from whence cometh my help. It's when himself womwa a free yankopon ho air bar. Then you know that you can put your trust in him and he will not fail you. He will direct your path into pleasant places. Your lines will fall into pleasant places. And my brother, my sister, my friend, you know that God will never fail you. Jasmine, he's not going to start with me. His track record is impeccable. He's not going to start with us. He's not going to do it to anybody else. So me, I will put my trust in him. What about you?
That is. You said almost everything, but I want to try to chat a bit of it, Kakrana.
Yes.
I want to focus on, even there when we were younger. I don't know if you were that kind of child, but I was that kind of child.
Okay.
More from when there's a group of children playing, when they are friends like that, there's always a particular one. The least thing he or she's going to tell the parents. The least thing
the complainers,
the least the reporters, the least thing and we didn't like children like that. Yeah. We didn't. But look at Nyansa Okra. Okay. Yeah. I stand to be corrected though, but this is how I see things. Okay. In our daily lives, if we can be that child
who always goes to
who's always going to his father or her father,
tell them everything.
For me, the part that says, lean not on your own understanding, all your ways acknowledge him. Yes. If you are acknowledging him in everything, like every time.
Every single thing.
Yes, we don't like children like that. But when it comes to God, you have to be that child. That is how he expects that.
Okay.
So if you do trust in him, like that little child, I'll
go and tell my mommy.
Everything. We didn't like children like that, but that's the kind of children God wants us spiritually, not physically.
You're so
spiritually. Right. Lean not on your own understanding. It means that the world will give you understanding, give you wisdom in a way, but it's never like divine wisdom. And he has told us, if anyone lacks wisdom, what? We should
ask him.
Right. Indeed, this is the little I also add to what you have said. You said a lot. Thank you so much for that wisdom nugget, Dr. Strawberry Brain. I hope you have learned for it. You've learned from Miss Shawara, like she said, and like I've also said, lean not on your own understanding. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. He will come through. He always does. Even if he doesn't come the time you need it, he's 11th hour God. Obeba. So don't lose hope. And this is where we will end for the Wisdom Nugget. Up next, a newspaper review. Nti newspapers nemu na ya share nia ekoso. Nti mesewa yonko bebia. All right, welcome back to the Morning Express, where we promise to give you an edifying experience. And it is time for the newspaper review. I'm beginning with the Daily Graphic. A Daily Graphic front page now. Say, President spurs Kwehu firms to manufacture. President spurs Kwehu firms to manufacture. The story, no, may shada akane kakra. This is by Kester Abraham Crunchy and Juliet Echan Safo. And it says, Kakre B, or say President John Dramani Mahama has described the private sector as the principal engine of economic growth and urged Kwehu entrepreneurs to lead the charge in manufacturing, agro-processing, and job creation as the government works to stabilize the economy and improve infrastructure. He also urged established business leaders to mentor the next generation of entrepreneurs, describing the idea as one of government's greatest responsibility. I think this is a very, very good one. Doctors, yes. What do you think about it? President telling Kwehu Fuone say, they should be more into manufacturing, agro-processing,
Looking at where Kwehu is situated, it was a honor greeneries. Even when we are going to a brie, it was a honor deer or right. And that place is very, very good. I'm sure if they focus more on the agri sector over there, I believe they will thrive. Even in Northern Region, how much more in the place where rain is falling all the time, the soil is good for manufacturing, for growing of plants and produces. So if he's urging them, I believe they should take that advice and do it well. And sustain it.
Do it well. That's the word. That's the word. I mean, it's the entrepreneurship part that I love most. Right. Still on the front page of the Daily Graphic, also, I've never authorized sale of lands within Sakumo Ramsar site. Nungwa manche ena eka assembly. Won't say recently, just quite recently, demolish some of these buildings, and I don't know, but maybe he has heard that he's being blamed that he sold lands to people. Exactly. So he's saying, yes, Nungwa manche say, and no. And authorizes someone ton lands like that from those areas, so it's not his fault. Until we can get more to the story on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. So I'll say, Chief of Staff co-authors book on public civil service delivery. Chief of Staff co-authors book on public civil service delivery. To me, the picture kama with the Vice President as well. And you can get more to this on page 13. And finally, I'll say, name, prosecute government officials implicated in $300 million drug bust in Team Fojo and Eka. I'll say, government officials now implicated in this whole drug issue.
Expose them. We need to know.
So he's saying, say, Team Fojo, say, na punish you, prosecute you. You can find more to this on page 19. I think that is all I have for Daily Graphic. Doctors, then I also
so on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, we have delayed road contracts will be terminated. Delayed road contracts will be terminated. This is from the roads minister as he warns. We can find more on that story on page number 12 on the Ghanaian Times. Still on the front pages of Ghanaian Times, it says Africa loses $88.6 billion yearly to illicit flows. Africa loses $88.6 billion yearly to illicit flows. That is on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. More of the story on page 13. Still here on Ghanaian Times, it says crackdown on exploitative drivers. Civil society groups urges government. More in page 13 as well. Still on the front pages of Ghanaian Times this morning, it says 8 police officers interdicted over Saya Rano shooting. 8 police officers interdicted over Sayara shooting. And more of the story on page 3 in the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Last but not the least, Korea commits $38 million to strengthen digital STEM education. Wow. Korea commits $38 million to strengthen digital STEM education. More on that story on page 11. So, Jasmine, STEM education is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And I believe some years back, Ghana's Most Beautiful, one of the runners-up, started something on STEM education in Ghana. I don't know where that has gotten to, and I don't know if the government gave her some backing, but STEM education has sprouted in these Asian countries. Why wouldn't you say Asia? For my investment,
they are Chinese. Yes, when it comes to
homework,
they
are very innovative. They are able to put things together. You can see that these people, when it comes to manufacturing things, they are very good because it starts at a very young age.
Right.
When you go to their schools, the one that blows me away is Japan.
Right, and I think we should commend their governments for that because they have structured their educational system
in that way.
With that. It allows you to start flowing very early in these areas. Yeah, so I think I would commend
them.
Yeah, their governments for that.
Well.
And so,
yes,
I think it's a good thing. The Korea for
do you want to go to Korea or you want to stay in Ghana?
Chinese.
That's all we have for you for Ghana.
All right. So we're moving on to the front page of the Chronicle, or say boldly written at the front page, or say name government officials behind $300 million drug haul.
The story is trending.
In Tim Forjo on the air cam, he tells Muntaka, go on the picture, boho the ding, they just said the niabre papa, and you can get more to that on page 3. Now, down there, and also still on the Chronicle, 75 bank workers dismissed for fraud. Bank of Ghana and air reporting assembly. Well, kudos to them, and they should keep up with the good work. I just hope our investigations are being carried as well to make sure that people are not wrongly dismissed when it's not their fault. Exactly. Right. And then finally, still on the front page of the Chronicle, we'll see Unimac Chancellor Ofori Sapon to help fortify academia industry collaboration. And also to me on the picture, Kama Mr. Ernest Ofori Sapon, who is now the Chancellor of Unimac. You see, or Bebois. No, I said, he's trying to fortify, he's here to help fortify the academia industry collaboration. That is all I have for the Chronicles. Dorcas, what else do you also have?
So moving on, still on the newspaper review, Daily Guide, front pages of Daily Guide says, Minority calls for Attorney General's resignation. Minority calls for Attorney General's resignation. More of that story on page number 3. On the Daily Guide front pages still here, it says, name, persecute government officials in 208 million Aussie meth bust in Team Fortune. And meth in Sudie, Africa Bay. What is meth doing in Africa? We hear of these things in the United States and in other foreign countries, but Africa, it has found its way here. And these drug issues are getting out of hand. They are getting out of hand. Moving on, Unimac. Okay, so Ofori Sapon story is here to Unimac Chancellor Ofori Sapon to strengthen academia industry ties. Still on the front pages of Daily Guide, Hainan ready to remain in custody until court rules. Dame. All right, so still here on the front pages, MPP sets September 19th for new executives election. MPP set September 19th for new executives election. More of that story. The details are in page 6 in the Daily Guide. Now, 350 million Ghana cedis contingency fund release. 350 million Ghana cedis contingency fund release. That's all for this morning's Daily Guide front pages.
All right. I'm also taking you to the front page of the Daily Searchlight. And I'll say minority kicks against public tribunals, warns against political persecution. And then still on the front page of the Daily Searchlight, we'll see again, Oforisapon to champion Unimax vision as inaugural chancellor. You can find more to the story on the page 2 of the Daily Searchlight. Down there, I'll say NPP sets September 19 for National Delegates Conference, National Officers Election. And also, Professor Ote Moa, over to me, ABA to page 9 of the Daily Searchlight. The story, no, what kind. Down there, I'll say revocation of civilian firearm calls for urgent public discussion and education. Revocation of civilian firearm calls for urgent public discussion and education. Jatike Center and Eka Assembly. See, you know, some firearms had been intercepted somewhere, Bibre, and trying to curb or handle the whole issue. See, they are trying to now revoke even the civilian, the public that have licenses to it. And based on that, Jatike can say public number. You know, this has to be discussed properly. And in case this concerns you now, if you want to understand the story more, get more to it, you can find it on the page 9 of the Daily Searchlight. And then finally, I'll say 350 million Ghana cedis flood fund controversy. Minority demands for Anyine's dismissal over alleged legal breach. And you can find more to the story also on page 7 of the Daily Searchlight. And that is all I have. Dorcas, what else do you have for us?
So moving on to the front pages of the Insight, SSNIT unveils MVP initiative. SSNIT unveils MVP initiative. I'd want us to take a listen at this. The Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SSNIT, yesterday outlawed first ever innovative member value program, MVP, aimed at transforming pension membership from a retirement-focused benefit into a service that delivers value throughout a contributor's working life. The initiative, introduced in collaboration with EcoBank Ghana in Accra, seeks to deepen confidence in Ghana's pension system while making SSNIT membership more attractive to both existing and prospective contributors. The story is continued on page number 10. Still on the Inside front page, it says, on Communist Party's 105th anniversary, China affirms modern socialist society by 2049. Big boost for pensioners, contributors, AS. Still on the front pages of the Insight, research in Ghana's public service vice president demands fair judgment, promises better delivery. Details of that story also on page number 5. Still continuing here on the Inside front pages, it says Ghana's creative future gets a boost as Ernest Ofori-Sapon becomes Unimax first chancellor. Ghana's creative future gets a boost as Ernest Ofori-Sapon becomes Unimax first chancellor. 506 Feed Ghana brigaders pass out to drive agricultural transformation. 506 Feed Ghana brigaders pass out to drive Ghana's agricultural transformation. So that is all I have on the... Oh, no. So last but not the least, 2026 World Cup integrity of game at stake over FIFA Balogun decision. This is coming from UEFA. It's on page number 9 if you need more details on that story for my sports enthusiast. That's all I have for the Insight this morning.
Okay, and then last but not the least, I'm taking you to the front page of the Business and Financial Times, and it says banks cut fraud. Fintechs emerge as new hotspot. Banks cut fraud. Fintechs emerge as new hotspot. Inti banks ni bomudian say fraud no umbetwa so anambe brena se no kind of financial technologies, these online apps, those loan apps and all that, you know. I have been the new sports fraud, no, and it's quite worrying. Until you can get more to the story on page 3 of the BNFT. Still on the front page of the BNFT, no, I'll say insurers seek PFM law reform to break banks' guarantee monopoly. And also more to that story, page 2 of the Business and Financial Times. And then finally, I'll say GRA detects multiple breaches in transit smuggling scheme. GRA detects multiple breaches in transit smuggling scheme. More to the story also on page 3, and that is all I have for you for the Business and Financial Times. We are to end the newspaper review, but before we have no Dockers. Then also this Friday and Saturday. I say, President, I can't be.
I'm happy.
Jasmine, what is
very,
going
very
on?
happy because Yami Adomo Friday on the 10th and a Saturday on the 11th. This month, yeah, I feel when we are ochna fiada any memeninda bay. Yami Adomo, your President John Dramani Mahama says it is National Cleaning Day. It's National Cleaning Day for all Ghanaians, mostly on more flats na isi last week Monday no affect you no nti nyame adom man Friday ya ebe ya ye ba be clean and potem ye gatamu rubbers ni plastics a hyemu ma ya twetwetwetwe your friend say ahwe a pile up e wo drainages ni mu na ye ba pepe mu nya enye tememfo nko a ye floor members no nko a ye ba be esa adwuma no de bi o sin nyame adom a CEO wo ka ho Member of Parliament Ekambi. Papa na otina ne Prado V8 no mu ebesa na fiwo kan no mu. Time no sha akwa aka femina na akwa aka propagatem. Onya he na yetintitifi anya na maamefo na wo gom no kotin na oba pro day bi waste management for them MMDCs ni na mpanyimfo offices ni na nyame adoma wonya adwume oba baby nti on Friday it is those who are leading the what is it called the waste
management companies
they are the ones who are commencing it on Friday. Saturday. Saturday will be a wrong quadruma. Saturday, Mr. Mopo be a chocolate for said and say him. Yes, Robia, young fire shim. Resetting to see the Ghana that we want to know. It starts from these little things. In this Papa President John Dramani Mahama, he has made this declaration that ma yenjin tum na yenye na we do not get displaced. We do not lose our properties. We do not lose investment. To create better lives for ourselves. So, God willing, Saturday, let's do well in Portugal. Bend down boutique, Debbie. Don't go to my Medina Market to go and do shopping, Debbie. You got to move. Clean up everywhere because cleanliness is next to godliness. Ghana for. Yes, way so that we will not see the floods no more. This also will pass, and if you do it, it will pass, and it will not come back and see you sitting inside there. No sense gutter in your house. No, please, let's do it and do it well for the betterment of ourselves and the nation.
All right.
Amen.
Amen. Martinina, you've heard it all. Please be a patriotic citizen and make sure you partake of this cleaning exercise. I said there also a newspaper review. So this brings us to the end of the newspaper review for this morning. Mr. Wayen is a Morning Express. Na TAG TV will be someone I'm wrong. A church. The Apostolic Church Ghana owns TAG TV, and we want to tell you more about the church so you understand the mission and the mandate of the television channel as well. It's time for the Apostolic Insight segment where you get to know more about the church. Don't change that dial. Apostolic Insight is up next.
Hallelujah, it's coming again. All roads lead to Accra, Ghana. 2026 is a significant year for the Apostolic International Fraternity. We're gathering in Accra, Ghana from the 3rd to 6th November 2026 for the Apostolic World Conference 2026. God is bringing his children from across the globe for a spiritual buffet. Registration is open from the 15th of December 2025 to 31st July 2026. For registration or inquiries, visit apostolicworldconference.org. That's apostolicworldconference.org, or use the details on your screen.
It started in Wales with hearts aflame. A whisper turned to a mighty name. The spirit fell, the nation stirred. The fire of Pentecost reoccurred. The spreading flame, the belt, the hand, and the globe. The fire is marching round the world. From Wales to England, Scotland, and France, to Denmark's hearts that caught the dance. The belt, the hand, and the globe. The nations heard his call. Revival, fire, apostolic flame. To Jesus, Lord of all. To Nigeria's shores, the message came with faith and power in Jesus' name. In Ghana's land, the truth took hold. In Sierra Leone, the story told. To Cameroon, Togo, Benin, and Congo's plains, the spirit poured like mighty rains. From South Africa to Kenya's land, Uganda, Zambia, take their stand. Your hand is upon us. Oh, from Accra to Abuja, to Kampala, oh, Holy Ghost, send revival now. Oh, the worldwide flame across India and the Caribbean seas, Trinidad, Jamaica on bended knees, Brazil, Mexico, the USA, join the cry of praise today. Australia, Philippines, South Korea song, all nations to Christ belong. From Canada's cold to New Zealand's light, the belt of truth shines ever bright. Rhino, the spreading flame, the belt, the hand, and the globe. Together we proclaim his love.
Good morning once again. This is time for the Apostolic Insight. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us still on the Morning Express. Now, it is time for Apostolic Insight with me, Jasmine Ayungo. Remember that this is a segment where we talk about anything and everything that distinguishes the apostolics from the others. So, and I am paying for educating Komo Efa Asorenan any Asafoloni Efa Humpia, the Apostolic Church Ghana, Hunsem, and Ayeka Ewahana. We started with a series, The Rules of Belief of the Apostolic Church Ghana. And so, the Tiaso, and then a Rules of Belief number 6, Rules of Belief number 6. And with me this morning, Nyami Nipa Papa. Usho nyame wonimdie wonyansa papa na none other menene na shase na noa na menene airsign etuaso our very own Dakuman District Pastor Isaac Obeng Adolfo ene yen wo ha anopa we na wa churche mu biom Pastor akoba na obacho ebusuafo so
urade adom ye nyina ye ho ye
nyame
abie
nyame ase enti sofo Anopa we Rules of Belief number 6 in Ayebeka Mwasemi. Brofumun was say that you keep the counsel of the church within the church. That you keep the counsel of the church within the church. Now, Ebata Honos or the Matthew chapter 7 verse 6. And I can't Chimu ya can say asore no anasafonumu nsem no making sure say ebewo asafonumu enko bibia impie. Na Matthew chapter 7 verse 6 no mo de kan ho no. So for pacho ubetumi ache ye ne ewo ho ani nti amode kan ho. The rules of belief na eka say emfa asafonumu nsem impie. Me pa try.
Yo, me that say rules of belief number 6 no. Nea echre ye ne say obema asafonumu nsem aka asafonumu. Aje say epia bonten. Nti nyame asem a eka ho Matthew chapter 7 verse 6 no. O say mo mfa de ye kronkron emma nkraman. Na monto monhwene pa nso ngu mpraku anim. Na wamfa won nan antietia so. Na wansane amesunsan mu. Na chese ye de yenhwene pa emma nkraman ene mpraku a omudom nan betietia so. Ye sombo maye no omo besey no. Nti enia ofan yi kire ne se enhwene pa no aye asafonumu nsem no ya kogina ho se bia agudie ye maame no mo agudie se ne sombo mamo mo kora no wo box nkitinkiti bi mu nti wo mpese akwada akwada ne nsa bekwakoka isan se ne bo ye den na ehwerewa ebe hawo nti wo mfa nsisi abonten wo mfa nsisi ba bia mofra de edo mo nsa betumi aka enti sana asafonumu nsem nso etie eye gudia esombo maye edua onyame asem so enti ensese ye to nsem na jeje mu ensese ye makwan ma won a woni ye nigidie baakum enya kwan kasetia sa nsem yi ye edaye nso anase sombo maye tini ese ye ma asafonumu nsem no kasafonum ye hwe se ye maame no mo wontoma bi a omo mfa samena ano ye hye ene esi isan so onim se ebe ho antem nti samena ano ye boko na odi sisa antoma itumi bakra po se omo hata wa wiem omo hata wa ba bi a ebi a veranda so mframa keke ene be wo no na ma sa antoma no ache eye gudi a eye adepa esombo ma no nti omfa kwan bi a saade no be sei ntem isan se ne boye dinti sa na safonumu nsam so etie
na so for bacho o ka bibi ba me sewa me pese o san sisudua kakra ma me adenti na asafonu nsam no adenti na se esombo ma asafonu na enu nti na ense se ye ka ekire afoforo me bisa asem we because ebi wo ho ana obi si na me kwa asore na metumi ekoka nyame asem ekire obi se nyame besesa na we ya adenti na mentumi nka asafonu nsem so entre no nti adenti na se eso ye mbo na ye making sure say ebi krom ayompi abonten so
se ne bible no ka se momfa de aye kronkron e mankraman ana se momfa monhwene pa engu mprako anim na omo antietia so omo tietia so wie nso ombesa besunsuan ye asafonumu nsem no nyame asem nyame asem a it's been handed over to us by our leaders and we have to hold tight to it. It's generational. And nti ye mre so no se ye makwan na ensem a ye kronkron yi a ye mpanimfo de agya ye se ya munu bi na ye to na jeje mu ama obi a de ye ne opɛ a ehu beba fi na Kristo nipadua no sie no a ye hwɛ kwan se ye besi no enam se ye to nsem na jeje mu nti yankasa mpo ye nya gidie wom na nipa nso emu ye nsem a ye bɛka a kyerɛ wom nti asafonumu nsem na ye ka no nyame asem nyame asɛm so ɛyɛ kronkron nti na bible sɛ momfa ade kronkron man kraman nti sɛ yɛ kora no sɛ nea yɛ kronkron na wɔde ama yɛ na yɛtumi esom yi na etim ama yɛ
nyame hye osofo na Mr. ye dada brabo mu no kwan ben so na ye betumi aye saje ye wakin say ye bomudian say asafo no nsem ne mpie wabonten so no kwan ben so ye dada brabo mu betumi ama ye practical ways betumi I make sure say the church's council remains within the fellowship.
Yo me da say wo asore no dada brabo mu no ye wo akwan bebre betumi afa so akora saa agudie yi a ye ka ho asem yi na eha no me ka no kwan me ensa so
okay
nti ne edi kan no esese ye hwe kwan se wo asafo no mu no enye nsem nyina na ye de kwa bonten udi kan se ye pie koka nyame asam kire binom in a form of evangelism eno wo ho but efie bia ensam wom enti ensese obi fie asem eko obi fie isan se unnim nia okoso asem num na unnim kwan so obefa so nso aka no enti nia edi kan no wo ye nkomodie mu no ese etumi ekora saa ensam yi na yehunu se enam se ye honhom mu nsam nti ese edi enidie ema no na afei yehunu se ye wakontabuo nso nti ye ndada nkita hodie se nipa no ese yetumi hu kwan ya yebefa so yebeka saa nsam yi ne yetoso mienu enam se ye agudie nti ese etumi di nidie ma no enidie na ye di obuo enso ema no esan se eno na eboa na aka Kristo nipadua no abom eno nti ade a eye yen agapade ade a somboma yen no se yetumi ekora no yie na yenyamu a mankrofo ansunsuan mu anase omo anseye no nti wo yenkomodie mu kura no se hu kwan a yefa so di nkomo titiriu asoro no mu nkomo se hu kwan a yefa so di no na yede obuo ni nidie amasa agapade yi asoro no mu nsem na eye kronkron no a yempanimfo de amaye na ye nso ye som no se hu kwan a yefa so dane no se ne be ya empie wo kwan a ensa se pie so ema nipa entwetwe ye anase nipa mu ye nsem na bomfia na ema Kristo nipa dua no ho mafi
okay na in case omwa enipa de oye den odi mrato ho a obenya ebi mu a ombebu mra no na just to advise those ones omotesa no so for me say what are some of the dangers and our consequences of bringing out these church council to outside to the public, especially beyond the intended spiritual purposes, no?
Okay.
Ubetumi ache dangers ni bia na consequences ni bia etume eba when that is done.
Jo me da se. Se yesan ko tresam no mu a. Se ne awo se yede enema ye kronkron gu nkraman anim na yede agudie ana ye hwe ne pa enso gu mprakwanim a okan bibi wo ho okan nsem mienu ose ne edikan na omdo omna betieti aso ye toso mienu ombesan omachi abesunsuan ye
okay
enti ye ma ensem awo asoro no mu no ekwa bonten wo kwan a ensese koso a ne edikan no omo ne nigidie ba akomu no omo be so sa nsem yi mu na omo nka no se ne ayen ye ka no
okay
enti omo be ka chia no se o tanfo osua wasa o chia ne pa na che se wasa ya sam enu nti omo nka no kwan a yen be fa so aka no enti omo mfa buo emma yen nsem no enu nti se eba saa se ye twa ye ho asan akoka kire saafo yi se Yesu mu ode enti momra ye di kan de yen nsem apie a omo aso nsem num na omo kan wanimti abuo kwan so edi agu ye ho fi enti asem no mbeso mu sen nea etoso mienu nso ebema kwan ama we will expose a lot of secrets neoma asese eye hintasem no ye de be pia bonten ama nipa ansese omosom asom na omosom nso a omo enam se omo ni ye nigidie krom anase omo ne yentwe konua kronti omo bete no kwan foforo so na omo nso omo be ka no kwan ye omo peso asɛ asɛm no kra ede amaye nea etoa so nso ede fawudie beba they will mock us
okay
enam sɛ wotamfo ate wasɛm anase obi a ɔne wo eni adwenkrom ate wasɛm no obetwetwe anase obesrew nti ebema wadepa asɛe enu nti ne yɛsɛ yɛmfa yɛnhwene pa engu mprako anim no wodi gu prako anim a prako de obetietia so udware ne sɛ de kura obesan akoda atachem na wode abetietia wade pa so na wasɛ no nti adepa yi a yɛnyame asɛm a ɛyɛ asɔre no mu nsɛm no sɛ yɛtumi ɛkora no yi sɛ yɛtumi bɔ ho ban na yɛka no within na mmom ɛnyɛ outside na ama afoforo asomu wɔ kwan a ɔmo so de ayɛ ne ɔmo pɛ ɛyɛ kronkron nti ɛsɛ ebu no sɛ ade kronkron na yɛsomu yi
okay na so for me say ye keeping asɔre ne nsɛm ɛwɔ asɔre ne ma yɛn fɛ mpi abɔnten so no we no kwan bɛn so na doing that no ɛde nkabom ɛba asafonum
okay
ɛne yɛ kan say abrofo no yɛ trust
right
we need to make kind of GD because GD arishim yamisha we that say into how does this strengthen keeping the church's council within the church and now within the fellowship, you know, how does it strengthen the unity and trust among believers and our church members?
Jo me da say say ye kura asɔre no mu nsɛm wɔ asɔre no mu no eye okwan a ye fa so na ya bɔ asɔre no ho ban enu nti enipa a ɛwɔ asɔre no mu no benya gidie ɛwɔ yɛn ho sɛ yekohia na yetu agina na ase yɛfa adwene na asɛm no ɛka me no mienu ntem anasa asɛm no ka asɔre no mu a nipa na yɛne wɔn wɔ hɔ no behu sɛ yano yedu enu nti ɔwɔ tirimusɛm bi kora obetumi abɛka akyerɛ wo na ebi a waboa no mpaebɔ mu anase onim sɛ wo de ɔmfa asɛm no empie enu nti yebenya rehyɛmu wɔ yankasa yɛn ho na ama ɔdɔ a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛda ne di no yɛtumi ada ne di na yɛatena sɛ enipakuo baako ama Kristo ne nipadua sie no a ɛyɛ asɔre no atumi agina sɛ ade a ɛyɛ den na ameyatumi akɔ yanim
na so for so we dey maybe how I'm say now we
be have me
maybe how
yo
so we to me account one kasa o personal experience concerning asafunun sema we to me keep you've honored the council of the church, you've kept it as a secret within your way ama enunti abua o congregation. Can you give us a personal experience like that, Anna?
Sure, me that's it. Eye me ankasa me famu no. Enam se ye beto ye se ye ma asafunu mu nsɛm nka asafunu mu nti sɛ enhyiemu ahodo bi kɔso sɛ ye wo ye meetings ahodo at various levels ye kɔ sɛ ye kɔ sɛ enhyiemu no ba ensɛm a ye mfa nsoma a no onka emfiri enhyiemu no mu enu nti ema nipa nya rehyɛmu wɔ wo kra wo mu wo a wo yɛ ɔkandifo no wo ne wo mpanimfo akohia me ne me elders akohia ya bɔpɔ ya fa asafo no ho adwen adenti na ɛsɛ me kofie kɔbɔ me yere anase me mama ne ɔmo nka saa kuo na yɛkohia yɛ no omo nka ho eno nti ebema me mpanimfo na nya rehemu o memu se omo ne me country mu sem bia me kora no me hweso yie eno nti se obi wasuma sem bi kura owo gidie se obeka kire me a me mfa nkogu abonten ema enkrofo ente na emum yebenya yen ankasa yemu gidie na amayetimi atena se nuanom na ya koyanim
ya misha so for obi wo ho ana no ha no papa inti nipa bisa no we can say ma asafo ni make sure say omo ma nsem misa no onte ebia omo ka no omba na tese mo edin mo nka ana say mo wo kwan bi so ametumi training sa nipa no ana obo mpa ya ma no ana bibia betumi a kire no obetumi aya sen be ya na obeka na no atum ko obi wo wa na no ano ono anasem kra onyam na bedu ai nti nipa bi sa no ka asori ho a onim se niam obeti bia odebeko odebepie abonten apostolic mun se megu awonten because of nipa bi sa no and even different churches not just the apostolic church Ghana nti nipa bi sa no then I will to me aka what is the advice for such a person either to ne penyin bi ebia or share say nipa san nti mu yi ne free asori ni ma na mo be kanya me bi sa na mo fa ne nka ho ana mo wo training bi amutumi training nipa no to help that person to hold the mouth and answer mpai bi pacho
yo me da say enipa ti sa no ye ntumi nka say omusuban na omne ye nti ebe yi omafi asori no ana say ye committee bi omde ye momo ma bi ye ma obi akwan na ewo ye nhihye mu say meeting bi a ye be ye no pani no a odi meeting nanim no beka say we confidential nti ense se wode kwabonte onipa otisa no se oti meeting no mu a onya tisa asem yi a so ohun se asem na ye ka no na ye de asoma wo kwa na wode beko na emum na ye amfa nsoma wo de ense se wode ko e na asotwe nso wo ho ema obi a asem be fa no so na apie mreko a ye nka nkyere wo se fa ko eno nti obi anu ha na ye boa na futuo se ne etie bia woni nipa na betena ye ntumi nka se wano ha wonti kokotena akiri ana se free meeting num ko se de ye beka no de beko da bi ye boa wutufo ye ya sorry nso den ya mpaebo nso ka ho enu nti ye tufo na ye bo mpa ya ma wo na wo ne afoforo ehia na wonso unim se asotwen wo ho no den ya emuwa bi beba ma wo a wote saa no ubetumi akora wano na ubetumi nso akora enioma ense se odi pie na wa mfa mpie basabasa ama afoforo nso anso
me divert kakra ye mpanyimfo no
okay
say ya sorry mpanyimfo say ye abontin so ejume bi pen bio ne ono so still related to question me be say we are as part of leadership no some of the values expected of you ne say at least over to me who can confidentiality you can keep things it has to remain in the group na say penyin bi wo ho na ono so was a problem maka member asem we penyin na kasa or that issue not that ebia na no ha no per se but ebi wo one ebia pressure mako discuss penfo ehia mo discuss bibi na wako asorinum na asafui we sisi ena so fa na we mba ena de na skimba ena ya total na we mba na pressure obi wo ho ntumi handle pressure enye se na no na ha no ntumi handle pressure how would you advise penyin bi nso say ya sorry mu say ejume mu individually ebi obi wo ho o ye member but ejume mu o ye penyin bi wo ho
no correct
inti pressure kakra bi na we release secret menye mi o penfo share mu say inti na scanning by things like that. No, you need to be able to, no matter the pressure. What advice would you give to such a person as well as a leader?
Yo, me that say. We will still go back to the test. Say, yemfa ade aye kronkron engu nkrama ani. Na yemfa yenhwene panso mu mpreko anim. San say consequences na wo ho ne say omba betiti aso. Na fe ombesa abese yen a yedigu ho no. Nti pania ontumi enkura pressure pania ontumi nkura nano no sela futu na na yede be ma no se wo na wudi ade nanim na wompo na wo ka kire omo wo wase no say asem a ye kan obi a nkoka enti say fa wo so ma obi a atede a ene na obu a wo no o te so o ma omo wo wase no mfa obuo a ese so mde ma wo no ma wo isan say ne enye na wo ye no ade a wo a waka say yenye no eno na wo ye eno nti metufu say no matter the pressure you have to go by what the scripture in Matthew 7:6 says. You have to go by it. And I say senia ya soro no meeting hihye tie no so say odi so den ya neoma ni bi wo ho a mo a mo besa atworo in a secular form e de apie nti ade nti na sese wo pre wo na asema nse se odi pie ense se wo yesa say wo kura wo mudiem se pani
matter the pressure.
Yes, no matter how people pressurize you say wo kura wo mudiem na wo kura wa no kakra na ema obu a won a ewo wase no e de ma no etim that's it.
So me that's
okay.
it. So for finally answer na ye be kono.
Okay.
Ma sada na me bi sa say we pa member no so nti ase o say na so for we de bia ubisa na asem a utumu say asem bi wo ho so person beka referring to sofo na leader na ono ye very or respected confidentiality. He respects and honors that he doesn't want to bring things out. Yes, ana member say one ho ana obi a oye djuma wona se no say mitumi say onim ne ekose onim semba on person beka. What would you advise a person like that also? Say you know money boom fu say your leader is not able to bring out some issues and yes or what would you tell such a person? What advice would you give such a person?
Yo afutu a me de be ma saafo no ene se se enya gidie we mpanimfu mu se omo no mu di anim enti omo ni anim nso enko ditch omo di anim de akokwa no so eno nti titru ya sori mu se ya ye presbytery meeting awie na ebi a makofie ebi a so for mame ehwe kwan se meka bibia kire no na ono mpo so odi adanse se e committee ba meme pa de asemo e ka o meeting no on team free me ho aha enti so munya rehye we yemu se enye se ye krakra nsem bi so na emum asoro no nhyehyeye ye bible se ensese ye de asumasem epie wo kwan a ensese epie so asoro no lay down procedure ewo ho no eno a na ye fa so de ye nsem pie enti wo kwati no na wo ma asem pie a na che se unye obi a wo hye udi nhyehyeye so saa enti se pe ba bi de wo hye ye pe mpa ye bi boma
mpa ye ne de ya papa so for so but too far emaye nia afi na obe pie mu a oti rules of belief number 6 ISM fast asafo no nsem empia bonten no but too far
me da se yo nti ahwefo a anopai mo ne yen ahia se yemfa asoro no mu nsem empia bonten no enye kasa keke isan se asoro no mu nsem no ye ade kronkron eye japade enti se nea yento ye japade ajeje mu yemfa ye japade ngugu basabasa ba bia mofra betimi de omonsa akeka no saa nso na asoro no mu nsem no nso eye japade ma yen isan se eye honhom mu nsem pa esese ye som ne kan ye bom yi enti se ye toto na jeje mu jeja no basabasa ema obi a kan bi de ye ne opa ye de koto social media ema afofra wo ne nigidie ba akom mpo keka ne wo pefa ho a enhye nyame ani onyam ne atoso mienu ebetete ye ntem ne atoso miensa ebema ye nsam a esese nipa bu no omunye obuo ema sa nsam eno nti sankrofo na nso betwa omo ho omo esere yen no omo twetwe yen no kwan bi so no omo ba besunsuan ye eno nti esese ye kora nsam no na ewo ye mudiem na yatumi atena se enipa ya no ye dru ni yatumi kora nsam na ahyenyame ani onyam
also for nyame shall be brave na bacho answer na ebe kono me be how kakra biom
ene de ofasa o ha
me na de
Yehovah awrade boy
This show, Nami Aduma, Friday or China, Fida, ne Saturday, your president say, you're cleaning. Na me pacho me pese o ma advice ma apostolic fu a mo hwe no mu tie ni o te ho se onu de why na je so onko abre de ni no pacho advice a wo mo no ka kire wo why
anopai me nuan mo apostofo a mo tie mi ene agidifo in general ne a ye mampani e de abai e adwempa e asempa pa asese nyina ye som isan se ahonidie de I say cleanliness is next to godliness. And when say ye di ehun ni no na ye be nyame. And when eye wo chene fie ne na de cheme menda. Said o mampani dia ba no ma ye nyina ye mfa opepa nsom na ye nya adwuma no gidigidi. Se ne ye yankasa ye dia. Na ye saa ye mpotem bete. Afoforo nso enko hawum se ne a na no joda bi nso to ye na nsan ye ye hu ye. Se ye ne saa ebeboa ama yatena ase jojo na atorencham yi ensan beto yen emfa yenomum bio urade nshira mo so mbaye sa
Benjamin Shaw was pastor da Sibebre Benjamin Shaw. So I've been speaking to Pastor Isaac Obeng Atofo, who is the Dakuman district pastor. Mejidi say mo tie bebre rules of belief number 6 no ose mamumfa asafonun sem impie abonten. So for amayati say it's like a pearl. Na utu de ma impreku a what would they do with it? Ome say no. Ome tete so aye ne ense se omo ye. E say o ma ne so mubo na wo krem. Na me say o me fellow members. Mo a mo eya na mo tata asofo ne mpemfo no e wa asori nim e na papa we elder we dikin we sofo we minim say asem na ye ka no o wo hum wa ye bi o nini e koso ba on person be ka leave them alone. Confidentiality is key. Na many bi wo wanye bibia na ese mote. Nti mo bi sasa no mo nka to nyam to wase at the right time. If they need to say it, they will. If ehun nyam so so mbeka omo no mo ye mpanyimfo no omo bo ho mpaye omo ye ne ese se omo ye efa ho. So give them that respect and that trust, so that you don't pressure them into bringing out issues that they are not supposed to do. One can also as a member no in fact was sorry any was half monself and kwabonting. Now, would you like it tell Obekona obi fufro ede wonsem sewana? Sounds so nice fa assuring monsem in Pia Bonting. Apostolic insight and ne it did this what tea be brave. Na fire ejuma enya asafo no mu nsempe, but anything that needs to be kept in your home, let it be. So for my as you say if you don't take your issues to the public out there, you don't wash your dirty linings in the public. Inti me did say we sua bibi Ephraim na o de be ye ejuma wo wabrabro. This is where we would end the apostolic insight. Mr. Wa enko bebia unim no da. We have just begun the morning express ye di bebre bro nti tobo tina se relax ye de music and fine arts bro nti enko bebia.
We've got talent hidden deep inside, waiting to shine like stars in the night. God-given gift, unique and bright. Time to sparkle, let your light shine. Tech kids got talent, we're on the rise. With confidence and joy, we're open our eyes. We're shining for him, using our gifts with pride. bright. Dark kids got talent, let the glory abide. Sunday school, no talking. David had a sling, someone had a call. Now's our time to give him praise. Total gift, doing for free. Let's unearth God's giving talent, yeah. Let's unearth God's giving talent. Let's unearth God's giving talent, yeah. Celebrate our efforts, reward our growth. With the future, with talent on show. For God's glory, we'll let our light shine. Dark kids got talent all the time.
For my good, whether good or bad is for my good. All things work together for my good. Everything works together for my good, whether good or bad is for my good. All things work together for my good. Are the trials of the righteous, but the Lord delivers, He delivers him from them all. Many are His diverse afflictions, but Jehovah God saves and delivers His own. Since Christ is seated at the right hand side of God, interceding for His children, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Since He has said He'll never leave me alone, nor forsake me when I need Him, I am more than a conqueror, overcomer in all my trials. So I count it all joy, for the trial of my faith yields positive results. Perseverance, perseverance yields maturity to make me grow like nothing. Yeah. Everything works together for my good. Whether good or bad, is for my good. All things work together for my good. Every situation is for my good. Everything works together. Things are working. Whether good, they are moving and shaking. For my good, ha! Weeping is not for the night, sorrow is not for the night. Joy comes in the morning, 'cause you said. So weeping is not for the night, sorrow is not for the night. Joy comes in the morning, 'cause you said. When I get to overcome all my trials and victory, with a crown of righteousness, grace and peace multiplied unto me. After fighting a good fight, and after winning the race, after keeping the faith, trusting your word, Lord, you will honor me. Blessed is the man who perseveres under trials, for when he is approved, he will receive the crown of life, a crown which you, the Lord, has promised them that love. Whether black, white, colored, everybody, with a crown of glory. the crown of righteousness. Yeah, after shaking of all the sin that hinders, fix my eyes on Jesus, the perfecter of my faith. Now after fighting a good fight, and after winning the race, after keeping the faith, trust in your word, Lord, you'll honor me. You're the Lord my God. Your words are yea and amen, so true. You are faithful to your word. You're the Lord my God. When I triumph through the storms of this life, through the hills and valleys, Lord, you will honor me. Now after fighting a good fight, and after winning the race, after keeping the faith, trust in your word, Lord, I believe you will honor me. Ha! Sapwa! Sapwa!
Hello, cherished viewers. Very, very welcome back to the Morning Express, where we promise to give you an edifying experience. I hope you enjoyed that piece very well. I'm sure you were probably dancing behind the scenes, and that is a good one. Now it is time for our main business of the day. And this morning, we are going to be talking about something very, very vital, very interesting. So if you're standing, please get yourself a seat and let's discuss this. Make sure you pay attention to it very, very well. And so we will be discussing Connected for Success, why relationship matters in every area of our lives. You know, God didn't create anyone to be an island. He created you even though we came individually, but the idea was to make sure you communicate and mingle with others, connect with people. Relationships are very, very necessary, but most importantly, successful ones, properly connected ones are very important. So this is what we'll be discussing today. And I have here with me a very astute man, a very, very wise person for that matter, very intelligent. And I'm going to give you his profile. He is in the name of Elder Stephen Tete. He is an elder of the Calvary District of the Apostolic Church Ghana here in Adenta, He is a retired director of the Bank of Ghana and a former chief executive officer of the Central Securities Depository, that is a subsidiary of the Bank of Ghana and the Ghana Stock Exchange. Mind you, he is also a certified relationship and marriage counselor. Again, a very highly intelligent man here, Elder Stephen Tete. You're welcome, sir. Very good morning to you.
Thank you.
I must see you're looking very dapper this morning.
Thank you, you too.
How is the family doing?
Oh, by grace.
We thank God. We thank God. And so today we are talking about being connected for success, why relationship matters in every area of our lives. I want us to go a little bit into it. Why is it necessary to have relationships in our lives? You know, we in this digital world we find ourselves. We are supposed to be connected with all the technologies we have. You would think that would help us connect more. But interestingly, people are still experiencing loneliness and so on and so forth, even in marriages. Why are relationships interesting? Why are they important in our daily lives?
Thank you very much. Let me first define what is a relationship.
Right.
And so on. When we talk about relationship, we refer to the connection between two or more people who relate, who connect, who interact among themselves. It can be in a romantic relationship like marriage, can be among friends, in a community, or even at the workplace. We interact among ourselves.
Right.
And as you mentioned earlier, God created us to relate.
Right.
When he created Adam, he was with the animals in the garden.
Right.
And at some point, God realized that, they were not connected. So he decided to make another human being like himself so that they can share fellowship, they can interact together, they can move together and support each other. So relationships are very, very important.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we have some relationships which really don't have that connection. So relationships that are functional, relationships that we can trust each other, that is what we actually need.
Okay.
So if we have to talk about the good and functional relationships, then it will be, we can say, relationships where the parties respect each other.
Okay.
They communicate openly
Okay.
and honestly. And then they share the burdens together. They support each other, they relate, they love each other, and so on. So a very good relationship is a relationship where there is respect. And then we share, we connect at a level that will be beneficial to all the parties in the relationship.
Right.
And when this thing happens, it benefits all the parties in the relationship.
Yeah, that is profound. How does it shape or impact our emotional well-being, our confidence, or perhaps even our life outcome? How does it shape it or impact it, having a good relationship, as you mentioned?
Good relationship, as I said, we are supposed to support each other. And human beings, they are social beings.
Right.
We live in communities. Why do we have to live in communities? Because you need me and I need you.
Okay.
All those living together, all those interacting together need to support each other. So a functional relationship where we support each other leaves burdens from people. Because if I have an issue, I know there is somebody who can share that issue with me, who can support. So once we relate, once we love each other, once we communicate and so on, it's like sharing the burden with those within that community. So it gives us some comfort. It leaves anxiety that I'm alone bearing this problem alone. But you know that I have somebody I can share a problem with. And we say that a problem shared is a problem solved. Okay? So loneliness and isolation is a disease. It's a disease. In the big communities, cities and so on, where we lose this connection, a lot of suicide happen because people have issues. They don't have people to unburden their hearts to. You go to New York and you meet a lot of people on the street, and you are looking at faces for somebody just to say hello, somebody just to connect. And you go home and you are alone to face the whole wide world. It's a problem. It gives you so much anxiety, and people who are not able to bear it, they commit suicide. Oh Lord! I mean, you go there, you are opening your door, The next person is opening the door. There's no smile, no connection, no. So you are looking at faces just for somebody to say hello. And it gives you that relief because you know that there's somebody you can connect with. So we are in relationship to share our burdens, to communicate, and it gives us, it reduces anxiety, it reduces loneliness, it makes you have value that as a human being because somebody has recognized you, somebody has given you a smile, somebody is sharing your space with you and say, I'm with you. Okay? Sometimes somebody is having going through some problems. Just having somebody sitting by him and telling the person, you are not alone. I'm with you.
Right.
You can unburden your heart to me. It gives you so much relief.
Right.
Okay? Right. The person may not be able to give you the money you desire, but just knowing that somebody is sitting by you.
Right. Having an ear to listen to you.
Yes, to listen.
Right.
Wow. It reduces the pain. It reduces, it tells you that you also have value.
Right.
Somebody values you. So when we are in a relationship, we are there to support each other.
Okay.
We are emotionally connected.
Right.
You know that what affects you affects me, and I'm ready to do anything to support you. And this is what relationship, and God created us to interact at that level so that we can share burdens, we can move together as human beings and so on. Right. So in the olden days where we have community, everybody is there for everybody.
Right.
Unfortunately, as we get urbanized,
that is
we
being
throw
cut off.
away these values.
Right.
Somebody is there alone. He goes to work. He comes there. Somebody even to talk to.
Right.
It is becoming a problem. So we need really to look at those societal values that we are leaving behind. Family support. That you know that, okay, there is somebody that I can count on.
Right.
There's somebody I can talk to.
Right.
And so on.
Right.
So in my counseling work, there was a time that around 1 a.m., somebody called me and said, look, Elder, I can't bear it again.
Oh.
I'm going to commit suicide. And I said, wait, let's talk. Let's talk. What is the issue? Just tell me. And we spoke for about 2 hours. Around 3 a.m., he said, Elder, thank you.
No.
I'll call you in the morning. And you realize that a burden has been lifted off. And these are why we are there as human beings. God created us to interact, to bear each other's burden and relate. So this is when we talk about relationships, and this is what we have been created. We are not an island.
Right.
We have to help each other. We have to bear each other's burden and so on. Right. That would be functional relationship.
Wow. And Atete, for a relationship to be strong, to become strong and very lasting, what constitutes such a relationship, or what goes into such a relationship to help it become strong and lasting?
Yeah, strong relationships are built on trust.
Okay.
If you are in a relationship, you trust the person that he's there for you, and you are also there for him. It's built on respect, acceptance. Sometimes when we are in love, then we think that the person ceases to be an individual who also has need, whose interests also must be supported. So when we are in a relationship, it must be built on trust, respect. The person is still an individual, and you must respect the values of that individual. It must also be based on honest and open communication.
Okay.
Because you have a need and you must be able to communicate so that we can move together. Because communication is a means of us sharing ideas, connecting, and giving information, and then sharing burdens. So good communication is a key ingredient in having a good relationship.
Okay.
Value, knowing that that person also has something that he's bringing into the relationship. We respect and we honor. And also, good relationships must have boundaries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we must have boundaries. That's why I said that the fact that I love you, the fact that you are my wife, you are my husband, doesn't mean that I cease to be a human being.
Okay.
I also have values that you must respect. I have boundaries that you should not go beyond.
Right.
Those abuse and other things and so on. We must, they don't promote good relationship.
Okay.
So when we are in good relationship, we must set boundaries, knowing that this is how far I can go with this person. Respect his boundaries. Respect the things that how far you can go with that person. And then you relate, love, the ability to listen to the person, connect emotionally to the person, so that you know that you also derive some benefit from this connection.
Right.
And so once you abuse those benefits, once you abuse, you think that you are more superior than this person, that is the beginning of the breakdown of the relationship.
Okay.
So we must respect each other. We must value each other. We must accept each other in the relationship so that you play your part, I play my part, and both of us will have that mutual benefit. Mutual benefit. So good relationship must be beneficial to all the parties within the relationship.
Wow. A good relationship must be beneficial to all the parties in the relationship. It's the boundary one that you said that hit me the most. That in a good relationship, there has to be boundaries. Elder, please, which of these you've mentioned are indispensable?
I believe all of them are indispensable because there cannot be relationship without respect.
Right.
There cannot be relationship without communication. There cannot be relationship without we sharing some values, beneficial values, and so on. So I don't know which of these things I can leave out. Acceptance, connection, emotional, being there for each other, telling the person within the relationship that I care, I'm there for you, and so on. So they are all, I can't value one over the other. Okay. They are all important.
Okay. Okay. We are in a world today that technology is a thing today. In fact, if you don't have it or you don't know of it, you're rather mocked at. And it is affecting, in as much as it's supposed to be a good thing, it's affecting our relationships. You have marriages, you have husband and wives in the same room, and they are both busy on their phone. And it's so interesting that you would assume that they're probably communicating with other family members, but these family members probably would also tell you you've not even heard from them. How do we build strong relationships in marriages, in families, in this world we are today of this technology that is rather looking like it's rather being more it is becoming a canker rather than a helpful thing because of how we are using it? How do we build these strong relationships in marriages and families, or even at our workplaces?
It's unfortunate that